Happy New Year, Regina.
Happy New Year.
It's 2025. Can you believe it?
Nope,
I can't either.
but
And it's
I'm
already
glad.
the first week of January, which is insane to me.
Yes.
It's crazy, but we want to say welcome back to our faithful listeners, and then we want to welcome
Yes.
our new listeners, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So we are going to enter the world of YouTube and be visually seen by everyone where there's
Mhm.
bloopers and we're just going to be our authentic selves and
Yep.
all that good stuff. But wanted to tell you a little bit about our podcast and who we are, what we stand for. This is our third season and
Yes.
we have lots of good content. First and second season, good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So R&R is for Raquel and Regina, and experiences. We like to talk about all the things that we encounter throughout our lives, the ups and the downs, the highs and lows of life, the
Mhm.
funny, the not so funny, everything.
Yeah.
And it's been a journey because we talk about politics, we talk about pop culture, entertainment, relationships, girl talk, therapy talk, mental health,
Mhm.
finances, physical health. We cover everything, right?
Yeah, everything.
Right. So that's really what we're about. But we try to have fun. We try to be ourselves and educate and encourage you about things that we find important. So sometimes we'll bring a really serious topic to talk about, and other times we'll
Yeah.
just shoot the breeze and do whatever. So that's what we're
And cut
about.
up.
And cut up, yes. And R&R, Raquel, I'm Raquel, not Rachel. And my name is Raquel, but everybody calls me Rachel. Whenever they see my name, they call me Rachel. That's been the history of my life. Rachel, and I'm like, no, I'm Raquel. So I'm Raquel, not Rachel. And Regina, you have a more interesting story about your name.
Yes, I am Regina, not Regina. A lot of people have called me Regina and not even like trying to make a joke about it. They just really think that my mom named me Regina. I
I
don't
don't
know
know why she would
why.
do that.
Yeah, so even recordings will say it doesn't say Regina, it says Regina. And I'm like, really, AI or whatever? That kind of annoys me. So yeah, I've been called Regina many, many occasions by people of all ages. And like I said, they're not even trying to be funny. They just think that's how my name is pronounced. But my name is
Yeah.
Latin and it means queen.
Regina means queen.
Yes.
Regina, I don't know what Regina
I don't
means.
know
It
what that
rhymes with
means.
vagina, but Regina. Yeah, I don't understand that, but
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah.
Raquel, not Rachel, and Regina, not Regina.
Yeah, I would rather for
So
them to say like Regina or something like that, pronounce it like that, but Regina, no. Mm-mm.
no,
No,
no.
thank you.
Well, on our podcast, we like to do something we call Oh No and Glow. So Oh No
Yeah.
is like, oh my goodness, no, that did not happen. And the glow is
Mm-hmm.
something positive that has happened. So we're
Yes.
going to kick off the new year and talk about our Oh No or Glow moment. Do you have one, Regina?
I'm sure you already know what this is,
Oh
Raquel.
gosh. No, no, don't do
so
it.
So let me tell you. So usually on New Year's Eve, I usually don't do anything. I work and then I just come home and just chill out and watch TV. So Raquel, texts me this link to this New Year's Eve party. So she's like, we should go. So I was like, I don't know. I really don't like driving downtown and then I don't like being out on the road on New Year's Eve, all this stuff in my head. So she's like, no, we should try something different. Let's do it. It should be fun. I said, okay. So let me get my outfit together, all of that. So we go to this place.
We're gonna not name the place.
we're
We're
not
not gonna say where
we're
it's
not gonna
not gonna
name the
name the place.
place. It was not the crowd that we were expecting.
No.
I will say that a lot of the music was not expected. We're initially just sitting at the table and we're listening to music, kind of looking around. And I'm looking around. I don't think this is the crowd for us. I would say mostly everybody was like, I'll say maybe that 25 to maybe late 30s, maybe late 30s,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I think yeah, 35, maybe 40
Maybe
ish,
40.
maybe
A couple
40
a
ish.
couple like
A couple,
five
yeah.
or six
A
sprinkled
few
in.
stragglers in there over
Yeah.
35.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it was a different vibe. That's all. It was just different than what her and I expected. So the oh no moment was, and I don't know if this is something new or not. So so
I
I'm
can't.
standing. So I'm standing to the side. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, oh, I just wanted to tell you you're so beautiful. He was like, can I get a dance with you? And I said, well, I appreciate it, but my feet are hurting really, really bad. I can't. So he was like, oh, you sure? And I was like, yeah. I said, but thank you. So, my thought is if you say that to someone like one time, that's pretty much it.
That's it. Yeah.
They aren't gonna come back around because they're like, okay, her feet hurt. Well, he comes back two more times. So I'm like thinking to myself, I'm still standing in the same place in heels. I don't think my feet are going to get better as I continue to stand. So he comes over, as I said, two more times. The last time, this is what really got me. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's when he asked me to dance, he was like, can I just dance behind you just a little bit? And
No,
I was like,
ma'am. That is so gross.
what? What? What is
That's the ick
happening here?
factor right there.
Yeah,
Stand
I was
behind
like, I'm
you.
in the I'm in the twilight zone right now. Where do they do this at? This is not the vibe for me. So yeah, that was my oh no. Is that what guys are doing? They just circle back around two,
Can I
three
stand
times.
behind you?
Yeah,
Like,
can I
what? That
stand behind you?
is
What do you think
no,
this is? Like,
no.
you want to get your jollies off on me? No, sir.
Oh, that is so
I
gross.
don't know you.
Now, Regina, I can say I did reach out to her and I said, let's do something different. Let's have a new
Hmm.
adventure. And she says, as long as I can get dressed up and, look
I did
pretty.
say that.
Right. So I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. So here's the thing. That is my oh no moment as well. My expectations were we were going to go and dance. I did not know any of the music at all. I am a pop girly, Taylor Swift. I like Olivia Rodrigo. I like pop music, right?
Uh
I
huh.
like some 90s R&B, pop music, or that sort of thing.
Uh huh.
I did not know any of these songs at all. And
You didn't
I'm
know
thinking,
Glorilla? You didn't know any of
no,
that?
Regina, you knew some of the songs, some of the
I
rap songs
did.
you knew. You were singing along. People were singing along, having sing alongs. And I'm looking around like, what is happening? I do not know these songs. I don't know this music at all.
And the
What
look
is
on your
this?
face, you were like, I'm going to go to the other section and see if the music down there is
Is
different.
better because they had different sections with music. It was not my crowd at all. What really threw me were the fashions
Oh,
because a
yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
women did not have much clothing
Clothes
on.
on.
I'm not a prude. I'm all for
Yeah.
being sexy and
Yeah. I'm all for
all of
that.
that. But I saw breast and behinds galore.
Yeah. We saw like full body parts out, like full body
Full
parts.
body
Yeah.
parts. And people were
Yeah.
gyrating on the floor. And maybe this is something different too, where you get on the floor and you basically you don't. I mean, I thought some babies were conceived standing up,
Oh,
basically.
they
That's
might, they might have been.
yes. These are 2025 babies that were conceived. I witnessed it happen. And I'm thinking, what is going on? It is a different scene. I just want to
Yeah.
go and dance and have a good time.
Yeah. More of a mature, we were looking for a more mature crowd, and that was definitely not the crowd, for us. Yeah. Yeah.
But I will say, and this is a benefit because, when you do something new and different,
Hmm.
you always worry, especially if you invite other people, is it a good thing? Are we going to
Yeah.
have a good time? And then
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I'm not responsible for Regina having a good time. I'm not responsible for that, right? Because that takes the burden off of me, of the person.
Hmm.
My success is trying new things. And if
Yeah.
it happens to be good, then that's the cherry on top.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway.
We got laughter out of it. So that
Yes, we
was
got
the
laughter
good
out of
part.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. But that's my takeaway because sometimes you recommend a movie or you go out to dinner with someone. You're like, oh, let's try this new thing out,
Hmm.
and it doesn't work, or the person doesn't like it. Then we personalize that. We internalize that.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't have a good time. I feel so bad. No, Regina and
Yeah.
I had. it was not our cup of tea, but we laughed so hard. We created a lot of good memories.
Yeah, I was just blown away.
I was blown away
Wow.
by it.
Wow.
Right before the ball dropped, you had a chance to go in the pit. They call it the pit. You go in
Oh,
a circle. Regina and I were on the outskirts, and I was like, let's get in there in a mix. Let's do this.
yeah, right under the
So,
balloons.
and Regina, she was like, oh, yeah, of course. So we go right there in the middle. And all these people are behind us, and we're engulfed with all these
Yes.
people.
This was
And
like
people are pushing and
Times
shoving.
Square. Yeah, this was like Times Square, which I've watching it on TV makes me nervous. So when I look behind, because at first it was kind of, it was a little bit of space between
Right, you can
people.
move around and
You
dance.
could
It was
move
fine.
around.
But no, we were swarmed by a lot of people,
Yes.
and it was an experience because the balloons were popping. So you thought there was
Yeah.
gunfire. People were ducking. We're like, what's happening? It was an experience galore.
Yes.
It was such a time, but it was something different. So that's to
Yes.
me, 2025 is new
Yes.
adventures. We're gonna
And
try
I
new
will say,
things.
Raquel, like I said, usually, I don't really do anything on New
Yeah,
Year's Eve because I'm like, I
yeah,
don't want to be out on the road. There's too many people. And da, da, da. I just want to come home, watch TV. So I will say this was different for me. I actually got
yes,
dressed up and went out.
yes.
It was absolutely no traffic going there, and it was no traffic coming back.
Because nobody was going there. That's why.
Yeah.
We found parking in the parking lot. We got there
Yes, because
early.
we
We
got
were
there at the
thinking
same time.
we were thinking,
Yes.
oh, let's
'Cause I
arrive
was worried
early.
about parking.
We were worried
Yes.
about parking. No, people were coming at midnight actually,
Yes.
right? And
Yep, they
that's
were
when the
coming
turn up,
in.
the after hour P Diddy
Yeah.
Freaknik parties were happening at that
Yeah,
time.
we got a little bit touch of a Diddy party, and we were like, "Oh no,
Oh, this is what they do
no,
after hours?
this
Oh
is
wow. Like I had
not."
to clutch my pearls like, ooh, what
Yeah.
is happening? Wow. So that's an experience. So we'll do more adventures in 2025.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
So that was
I
one for
will
the
say, I was
books.
like, okay, now next this year I can dress up again. It goes away. It won't be there,
It won't be there.
but
And we'll do
I
research too. We'll do some more
yeah, I
research
could
to
go
figure out where we want
somewhere
to go.
else. Yeah, absolutely. But
I
I did
agree.
like the fact of getting, I always like getting dressed up.
And
That's
having somewhere to
given.
go, that gives new energy too. Because like you,
Yeah.
usually I'm home. I fall asleep at 9:30,
Mm-hmm.
wake up at 10:30, and then wait for the ball to drop. This was completely different.
Yeah.
I enjoy that aspect of it. So
Yep.
that was the glow part. We actually did
Yeah.
something different. So right,
Yep.
Regina.
Yep. We started off 2025 on an adventure.
On an adventure. Now, also on our podcast, every year we do our word of the year. And last year, my word was movement. What was your word last year, Regina?
Grateful.
Grateful. So, and throughout the year, we talk about how we use those words to motivate
Yeah.
us, inspire us. So, do you have a word of the year for this year, for 2025?
I think it's just gonna be outside.
Regina wants to be outside. She got a little taste. She got a little
Yeah.
taste of that club life, and she's like, "I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be outside."
I think that's all I talk about. I'm just gonna be outside.
Yes.
Today I'm home because it's snowing, it's icing, it's only like a high of 36 degrees today. I am over winter already. I got my picture. I've seen it be gone. Bring on spring and summer because I want to be outside. But with the outside, I guess it's more about, I think maybe not, it's probably two words, just new adventures.
That's mine as well.
Really?
That is mine.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
what 2025
New
is
adventures.
about.
That
New
is mine.
adventures. Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to try new things. I want to not be afraid or overthink things, right?
Okay.
Or having to have an answer or making sure that everything is lined up for it to be okay.
Okay.
It's being in a moment. It is what it is. That's like
Yeah.
a catchphrase of mine. 'Cause
Yeah.
we were thinking of going out, and that was the spur of the moment. We had no idea we were going
Yeah.
to go out.
That-
I was trying to figure out what am I going to wear, and I didn't want to buy anything new. And I found something in my closet to wear, and I said, "It is what it is. I'm
Yeah.
going to make this work. Whatever it is, it's going to have to be okay."
Yep.
And make do. So make
Yep.
do and new adventures. Those are the two things that I want to work on this year. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, definitely new adventures and stepping Stepping outside the box, 2024 was, I would say it was a year of surprise for me. Some things happened that I hadn't planned on doing. I'm not going to get into detail about it, but that'll be for my next book. But anyway, I made some decisions as far as like in my personal life, and I didn't expect to make those decisions. But sometimes God, during this particular time, I was fasting. So sometimes God sends people your way, like strangers, to send you a message, to kind of help you when you've been on the fence about something and you're just not like moving forward, and you know that you should be moving forward, but you're just kind of stuck. So he'll just like send strangers your way just to send you a message. So that's what happened to me, like towards the end of 2024. A complete stranger, prophesied and spoke some things to me. And I was like, okay, okay, God, I hear you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and be obedient. So 2025 is going to be about new adventures. And I must
Yes.
say, Raquel, that I went on a lot of girls' night out. We did our
Yes.
big girls' trip in
Yes, we did.
October, which that turned out great because
Yeah.
sometimes when you plan stuff with a group, it just completely falls apart. We actually went, and it was like seven of us all
It was
together.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. Everybody enjoyed the weekend, said they had a great time. Can't wait to do it again. So I did a lot of that. And I will say that as I continue to get older, my circle of sisterhood is y'all are the bomb. Seriously, all my close friends, y'all know y'all are the bomb because
Yes.
y'all have just been like encouraging, and it's just been awesome. That
Yes.
gives me like life, that my
Purpose.
girlfriends are behind me. They're like, yeah, Regina. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
I agree. And to piggyback, just creating a greater sense of community is something that I strive for
Mm-hmm.
because I won't say I'm a lone wolf because I do have friends and I do girls trips and all that type of thing, but
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of stuff independently. My kids are in school and I get to be autonomous and do what I want to do. And it's
Mm-hmm.
mainly just me guiding it. So I have to seek other people to bring them into my fold.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's easier to do my own thing and not worry about other people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easier. If I want to go to the gym, I go to the gym. If I want to
Yeah.
go to the store, I go to the store. I move independently.
Yeah.
But what I find is that I like community. I like
Yeah.
that sisterhood. I like the energy, being
I do
outside,
too.
the energy and the people.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. And although Regina and I, we were poking fun at some of the people in their fashions and that sort of thing, I
Mm-hmm.
really enjoy people who are able to be themselves and to
Yeah.
show different parts of themselves and not care about what people say.
Exactly.
Right? So
Just
I'm
don't
just as who
care.
I am. I'm going to strut and walk in my truth, whatever it is. If you like it,
Yep.
great. If you don't, great.
Yep.
Right? So that's what I want to do. Just have a greater sense of community, connect with other people, and new adventures for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
really
my
want to
new
do that.
adventures are going to be a lot of fun with my
I
girlfriends
I
in
can't
the
wait to
corner.
hear about. Like, first, I'm going to be part of some of those new adventures, but
Yeah.
also that next phase of your life, just being part of that. I just can't wait for that. I think
Yeah.
that would be exciting. So
Yeah. When you got your little cheerleading squad
yeah, your rah
behind
rah
you.
team.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
really
yes.
awesome. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I'm sure.
Lots of fun. Well, Regina and I, we started this podcast a couple years ago because we
Yeah.
wanted an opportunity to share and connect with other people. And it's a two-woman show. It's what we do. We edit the podcast. We do all of that. So if you see us looking to the side, we're making sure that everything's working properly. I'm not hearing voices. If you see my eyes from side to side. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just checking to make sure everything is working properly and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we don't have a huge team, but we've been able to do a lot of good content and really bring in different people from the community to talk about different topics.
Yeah.
And that's been nice to do. And we're going to
Yeah.
continue to do that because I like hearing voices from the community and I like to
Mm-hmm.
educate people I'm one
Yeah.
of those people, if I hear about something new that's happened, I like to pick up the phone and say, hey, did you hear about this? Or this is a new recipe. What do you think about this recipe? I like sharing information and
Yeah.
knowledge. That's one of my favorite things to do. So we will continue to do that. And we have a lot of good content coming out. You want to
We
share a little bit
do.
about what we have coming up?
Yes, we recently did interviewed last month with Coach Will. He's a personal trainer at Self Made Training Facility, and we did an interview with him. So he talked a lot about nutrition. He talked about the importance of stretching, the mental mindset it takes when you're on a fitness journey, having realistic goals. He also works with the youth as far as like getting them in a positive mindset about exercising and, helping their overall being. So it was a very good interview. I think we got to pat ourselves on the back because we are actually interviewers. And that's something I don't think either one of us really did before, was to actually sit down and interview somebody for 45 minutes to an hour. But we've been doing it, and to me, and from comments that I have gotten from listeners, they're like, it seems like you guys been doing it a long time. But you
Content, yeah.
yeah, but like you said, we're being our authentic selves on this podcast. So there's no fakeness, there's none of that. We're just being ourselves. We talk a lot on fun stuff, but we also talk about a lot of adult issues. So it is an we call adult podcast. So, and we're just being our authentic selves, and I think people appreciate that when there's not fakeness going on. It's like, oh, that's really their personality. So
Yes,
what
yes.
you hear is that's how we are.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
We've been trying since season one to get a good gynecologist to come on the show to talk
Yes.
about women's health and just vaginal issues and health. If you know of anybody, good gynecologist we can interview, please let us know. And also an intimacy coordinator. We want to talk about sex and intimacy and the difference between the two of those.
Yeah.
What's some other things we want to talk about? Just we always talk about health and wellness, eating properly,
Yeah.
exercise is important, mental health and
Yeah.
spiritual health. We cover all of that. And we do have something we've been working on talking about for a little bit is our wellness expo that we're going to be doing
Yes. Yes.
later
That's
this
gonna
year.
happen this year.
Right, so we have lots of speakers we have lined up for that. So under our umbrella of R&R Experience, we do the podcast, but we're really trying to expand our business and talk a lot about issues that are important to the community and ways to improve your well-being, whatever it is, individually, with family, community, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's our mission. That's our mission. And to have
Yeah.
fun doing it. We want to have
Exactly.
fun.
All of our guests that we've had on have been great. They've been open. It's been a great experience. Sometimes, like when I'm watching talk shows and, people interviewing celebrities, I'm like, that's what we're doing. We're doing it for our community.
Yes,
So,
we are.
yeah.
We're doing it for our community. So, okay, let's let the listeners know how they can reach us, R&R Experience.
Yes, so you can find our podcast at rnrexperience.altitude.com. So it's anywhere that you listen to your podcast. So whether it's Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast, that's our podcast address where you can look us up. And then I forgot, what's our YouTube channel?
Well, we're just going to give our email address
Okay.
for now.
Gotcha.
We're
Hold on.
doing email address.
Let me look up the email. You will edit this part because the email is different. Hold
I don't
on.
know if I can edit live.
Oh, we're okay. All
I
right.
don't know if
Let
I
me
can
look at
edit live.
because that's always like a little bit different.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so our email address is rnrexperience1, the number one at gmail.com.
yes, R&R Experience1 at gmail.com. We welcome any feedback and
Yes.
suggestions. And definitely let people know who we are and what we're about. But we have season 1 and season 2. Season 2, I think we talked to a cardiologist about heart health, and we talked to someone about
Acupuncturist.
an acupuncturist, right?
Uh-huh.
So we have good stuff on there. So definitely check out seasons 1 and 2. We're excited to welcome you to 2025. This is going to be good stuff,
Yes.
right?
Yes, very good stuff.
Yes. And we're going to be outside, Regina.
We are going to be outside living our best life. As
Well,
soon as
not
this
not
weather clears
today.
up. Yeah,
Not
not
today
today.
because it's snowing outside. We're not gonna be outside today, but we're gonna be outside doing lots of fun things for
Yep,
2025. Well, thank you
absolutely.
for listening. Welcome to R&R Experience. We're glad you're here.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.